Hey guys, welcome back to DMAC Customs on YouTube. Dave here in the garage, Area 51, wiring and stuff like that has been the order of the day for the last untold videos. I don't know how many now, that they haven't been performing terribly well, but here we are again. This time around though, it's a little bit different. I might have a solution for my backup light and number plate lights that I have to kind of incorporate into this thing. So let's get at it. Okay, so a couple of videos back or whatever, it might have been the last video that I did. We run the wires for all our kind of back end stuff, tail lights, backup lights, trunk release, all that kind of stuff. What I hadn't kind of figured out at that point is what to use for a backup light, because we don't have to have them on something this age here, but I know the truck hasn't got them, so and it always kind of bothers me when you're backing out of a car park, people don't know you're coming back. So it's kind of what I kind of want to include them for. I've got the provision for it, so I want to do it. So I've been looking around for ideas and whatnot, and I found these little metal LED, like, you know, aftermarket Harley chopper type sort of turn signals that I bought off Trade Me here locally, and they arrived yesterday. They come with where are they? There's a little bag somewhere with, oh, there it is, like different colored. They got red lenses, kind of smoke lenses, and then orange lenses. So what I got to check out is whether it's the lens that gives it the color or the LEDs inside it. So from there I've got a kind of plan on how to sort of mount it onto the next to the number plate. I did think about maybe kind of running them out here, but I don't know about that. That's the old 55 number plate light, which is still potentially an option for the number plate light, but I feel it's a little bit far away, and I don't know whether it'll direct light sufficiently to the number plate, you know, but then I'm going to be left with those holes either way. But what I was thinking is I got my number plate bracket which bolts onto the back of the car. Excuse the Scody old office chair. I was thinking of modifying this and making a mount so they mount off the side of the plate, off the plate bracket. I think they'll look kind of quite cool as a chrome. They're actually metal, not plastic, so they're quite neat. And I've got these little, as a last resort, these little number plate bolt through things, but I don't really like them, because if you have to take the plate off, you're going to have to kind of cut the wiring, because, you know, no plug is going to get through the plate and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I did think about maybe adding to the bracket to mount them off so they're not bolted through the number plate, if that makes sense. Hang on, grab me a number plate. So that's our number plates here in New Zealand. They're a little wider than the US plates, and then a little shorter than the Euro plates. So I mean, if I was thinking, you know, that kind of mounts off the side of the plate like that, and then I was thinking of having one of them kind of mount up, maybe sort of tucked under it, so, you know, at a glance you don't even really see that. So that's my plan. It's like how to go about it is the next thing. But before I go too far, I need to check these and see whether it's the LEDs that make the orange or whether it's the lens that's in it. So you can unscrew this, just get that out of the way. They've got a little mesh thing which is kind of, I don't know, kind of coolish. I may have to make a clear lens for it, because yeah, there's a orange lens, and then we've got this little bank of LEDs inside it. So I'll just go and put that on the battery and see what it does. Alright, so I'm assuming black and red will be the wires I need. I don't know why it's got a, I suppose, running light then. Yeah, I don't know, but anyway. So that's definitely glows up orange. Hang on, see if what these two do. I think the red and black are brighter, so I'll probably wire it to the... Oh, there's no point even thinking about that because that's orange. And I don't want orange. Okay, so that's foiled my plan somewhat. I was hoping that that would be white LEDs in there. It didn't sort of mention that in the listing when I bought them from. So, but these are quite neat little, they're metal and whatnot, so they're quite neat little units. But I wonder if I can gut that and put just a normal incandescent bulb in there with a clear lens. Possible. We might have to go over to the bench and do a little bit of investigating and see how we can get into that. It looks like it's just glued in, and then I have to find fittings for that. I don't know if I've got anything. I'm going to rummage through the electrical box over here. I did see something in here. This is just a whole bunch of crap that I've accumulated over the years. Something like that. That's an old motorcycle indicator. Have I got two of them? I got these ones. They're a little bit different. Two of those. I have to open those up and have a look inside, but I've only got one of those for some reason. I should be two. I've really got to sort all this out. There's some good parts in that in here, but there's also a lot of rubbish now. So what's that button for? Little momentary button, old thing or something. It might have been out of the truck. Who knows? Could be in here, I guess. There's some more household electrical crap, but so I'll take these over to the bench and we'll investigate these and see what's inside and see if we can use something. Alrighty, so I'll just open this up. These old motorcycle indicators were actually on the bomb truck when I got the bomb truck, and on these kind of, well, the brackets are actually still on there, but a mate of mine, he thought they looked goofy, so he bought me some little cheap indicator things off Temu or something. Wish, I think they were, and they're on the truck at the moment, but they're not really very bright, so we might, I want to do something with those. That might work. We've got one of that sort of fitting in there. I wonder if I'll probably just steal that and pull it out of there. Alright. So, yeah, we could use that little fitting. It actually still looks like it's in really good order. They're both as good. How can we make that work? One of these. Might have to just dig that out, get brutal on it, see if I can get that out of there. It looks like it's glued. If you're looking right on that side there, there's like a little clear gluey thing. It's like a soft glue, so we might be alright. It's coming out. Okay, so that actually went easier than I anticipated. Just now, can I do something with this? Okay, the little tab thing's going to foul me up, but we can cut that off so we can get that to recess. We may end up just like filling the bottom of it with glue or something to kind of glue that back end in there. Mind you, we don't want to fill that up with glue, do we? I'll cut that little tab off and we'll have a look. Okay, before I commit to cutting it, I wonder if I can actually fold that tab and use it as a gluing point. Glue it on the inside. So push those down. As long as we can still get the bulb in there, it should be alright. Oh, that might work. Oh, actually, if I can glue that in there. I think I can make this work actually. My wires are a bit short now, I might have to extend those. But that's it kind of pushing right back, and once I kind of I'll glue it in. It does sit a little bit offset, but I think it'll be alright. It's just a backup light. But yeah, I ended up trying to bend that down a little bit further. So those wires are crimped on there. I want to maybe solder a new wire on there or something. Or I might have some of those little pins, some of those little doohickeys there. I think I have. So I'll just make a new wire for each of them. Okay, so well, I'll get ahead and I'll strip out the other one and get them both to this level. Which wire am I likely to need? I'm going to put a bit of black wire on these on the outside, and they'll meet up with that white wire on the inside. But I want to put plenty on so I can trim back on the inside, if you know what I mean. That should... Ow! Oh, I smashed a bloody pinch my finger. Damn. Okay, and I found some of these in one of my boxes, so that should do us for the light terminal, I think. So I'll just try and cut these without pinching my finger again. That really hurt. Hopefully that works. Do I want this little grommet? Might keep some of the water out, maybe. Where's that spring? Okay, lost something already. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, it's in there. Sweet. That should do us. The other light had a bigger bulb in it for some reason, but moot point. Gonna test this, make sure it works. Yep, works. Choice. Alright, so just mixing up some 5-minute epoxy glue. It's actually JB Weld plastic glue, but it'll be alright. I hope. I don't need it to do much. It's just to hold these sort of centered. Got it all over the bulb. That's good. That's what you want to do. Oops. So then use some bits of cardboard to hold it in place. Right, leave that on the bench lying flat so the glue stays down the bottom. Right, that's that glued in there. Hopefully it'll stay there. I managed to get glue on this new bench already. Good. That's what you want to do. Some weird smelling stuff though. Crikey. I'll leave that there as an indicator. Alright, so that's them all glued and propped into place and hopefully gonna stay there. Might have to rejig that one. That might do it, just the one. Okay. Leave it there, don't touch. Okay, so battery's about to die. As I said earlier, the lenses that came with these little lights were either smoked, grey, orange or red, so you could, depending on what you want to use them for, sort of thing, but I want clear. I did think about using the smoked, but then that might just dull back the lights too much anyway, so got me some glass and I'm going to try and cut some little round circles out of glass, so I might just change the battery, then we'll get into it. Okay, so put your fellas up there. Gonna get me one of this little lens. Trace around it. I wonder how close to the edge I should go. Very sharp Chinagraph pencil. This is like a pencil I use for sign writing and pinstriping and stuff. You can draw on glass and things like that. So there's my little circle traced around. And I got this glass cutting kit. You can put oil in it. I haven't put oil in it yet, so I'm not quite sure what oil to put in it, but I thought we'll just get going with with this as it is. Just, try and follow my line. Take that off. Now I've got, I don't think I've followed my line very well. It might be a dud, that one. Oh, a good practice one. Got these little pliers things. Yeah, I came off my line. That thing back by quite a bit by the looks of things, but whether it still will work or not, I don't know. It might be alright with a bit of a polish up. Take that off and then just smooth out the rest of it and we might be okay. I wonder if I might be able to sand that edge down, so I've got the big bulge out the side there. Okay, so I got the old belt snapper No 1000, like this is the new model. The old belt snapper 1000 used to snap belts left, right and centre. So I'm going to try this. It's not perfectly round, but it might work. She's pretty close to the size that I need, actually. We'll have to see if it fits in there. Yes, it does. Might still use this little mesh over the top of it though, because that looks quite cool. Like that. Clear lens. Choice. Okay, so that actually worked way better than I thought it was going to. I thought I'd just be breaking bits of glass and whatnot. I've done both of them now, so I've got both of them loaded up into those. One of them's a little bit more rattly than the other, but I wonder if I should make a little rubber gasket. No, they're right. Just won't want to kind of pinch them down too tight because they might crack the glass. That could be a thing, could be an actual thing. Anyway, that's just picture frame glass. It's only about 2mm thick. I remembered I had some, for some reason I hoarded 3 pieces of picture frame glass. I don't know why, but here we are. I'm going to bin the rest of that though, because I've got more there. And that's just a little glass cutting kit that I bought off the interweb. And actually that's probably a thing, I probably used the wrong 12 to 20mm, 2 to 6. Yeah, I used the wrong tip on it, on the cutter. I used a 6 to 12mm tip, so if I'd used the correct one of them things there, the tip on there, it might actually even been easier to control and whatnot. But got the job done. It's just whether it, I am a bit worried that I'll crack the glass when I tighten them down. But yeah, it comes with those little kind of like protected nippers, and there you can adjust, you know, how thick you're grabbing, and then that's just like I think they're like little pinches. Oh, there's a bit of broken glass in there. That's a good start. But yeah, so that's kind of that little thing done. So that was good. Yeah, that looks like it's working. I've got glue all over that bulb though. I do have some of these, which are little LED things, so I'm going to do a bit of a comparison and see which one's brighter and try them on the on these, you know. So I'll chuck a normal bulb in one, just like that. One of these LED jobbies into that one, if I can get it in there. Alright, like that, and then I'll go and see what they look like. Actually, I should try. screwing that on there and see what it does. Seems to be right. We'll go and try these on the battery. Okay, so got my LED and then my incandescent bulb. Got to get them grounded onto there. There's my LED. There's my incandescent. What's better? Incandescent's got that nice yellow tone. LED's white as. Kind of much the same really. I don't know. Might chuck the LEDs in and see how they run. Okay, so I've just temporarily got a couple of loose bolts holding that number plate in there. I want to kind of show you what I'm thinking. I'm going to mount these on either side of my number plate bracket. Eventually I want to do like a chrome or an alloy kind of surround around that, and these little number plate lights I'm gonna try and I want to try and mount these maybe just tucked under somehow, maybe just down like that, so you kind of can't really see them. Maybe, not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I want to have minimal bracketry as well, you know. I don't know, something like that maybe, or tuck them about there. It'd be difficult to work out, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to get some cardboard and start making some templates and trying to figure it out. Alright, starting, there's my centre. That's there. Right, might just fold that over the bench. That's like that. Go through there. Okay, I think we're on a track. I'm not sure if it's the right track or not. 25, that's 12.5 centre. 15 mils, so that's 13.5, 15. There, I'm just going in there, that's not right. Ooh, glasses. And that'll fold up. Okay, so I've already cut back too much, so that's alright. I'll trim that up now. So I want that to sit about there. Cut that off about there. And then if a piece comes out there, about 25. That will pretty much be it, I think. Does that need to be behind there? Oh, decisions. What would be cool, actually, wonder if that's possible, if I drill into this and then run the wire, the number plate out with it. Would that be possible? Then I don't have to worry about all this other tomfoolery out the other side. Yeah, maybe. And then just put like a little locking bolt. If I drill and tap about there, I need it about the same height, ideally. I don't want to have a whole bunch of other crap out the other side. Drill and tap it, and then have you get these little nuts that come with it, and I could just use those as a locking nut. It's not perfect, but probably kind of going to be better than the other idea. I don't know. It's the other idea, if it ends up having to change, I can then just cut it off the bracket and get rid of it, you know what I'm saying? Either way, I don't really like these, but I can't think of another way, a good way to do a number plate light. Okay, so here goes. My pen doesn't want to work. So there's actually a slight seam there, which is kind of all I need. 9mm centre punch right there. Okay, so drilled and tapped that. Now I've just got to try and feed this wire, these two wires into it somehow. Ooh. That one's a little bit crooked. Got both of them done. That one there's a bit straighter. It's not really gonna matter too much, I don't think. But yeah, so that, where is it? So that's my number plate light on there, little LED doohickey, which means I can get rid of this and change the way this is configured. Maybe, you know, do something like that. You know, a couple of those, have to weld them onto that number plate bracket and repaint them, and then that means I can bolt these on the sides there like so. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so I need to make roughly 2 of those. So I'll cut those sort of to the inside of that roughly and rough cut them, and then I'll move them all out. Got my little extensions pretty much dialed in. There's going to be some kind of grinding and trimmage and that once these are welded on, just to kind of clean up the sides a bit and dress them up. I haven't drilled the holes in that yet. I'll do those once they're on, you know, because, well, you know, if I drill the holes now, chances are they'll end up off centre and then it'll be scrapped. So, I'll get these tacked on. seat. My helmet, I wonder if I just put my eyeballs on. Can I do that? Yeah. Dipped it straight away. Not enough heat, so I was kind of mucking around on it. Alrighty, so that's those welded. See, I'm going to trim up. That's a bit kind of rude looking on the end, but I'll go through and kind of flush those down and get off all that kind of melted paint and stuff. And then I will address the ends and the centers and stuff like that. So I might let those cool off a tad, and then I'll grind those up. Okay, so that's that all ground back. As you can see, they're a bit hammer marked and stuff from, you know, bending stuff in the vise, but I could have used my press again. I always forget the press for this gauge of steel for some reason. I always think it's too heavy, so I use the vise and, you know, get hammer marks in it. So I'm going to go and have some lunch now, and then I'll come back and I'll mark these out and even them up and make it a little bit better looking on the sides, and then we'll sand it all back and repaint it. Make sure everything fits first and whatnot. I'm going to go on there like so. Look alright with a chrome surround. I think it definitely needs a chrome surround, and my number plates, I think I should maybe get them remade. They're kind of a little bit beat up. Yeah, food. Okay, so just centering up my mount hole. Go away, fly. Get 16 millimeters. Yeah, punch. Okay, so update. Rattle can on that, with that, and so I'm just letting that dry off. I've been entertaining myself with fixing all my wiring on those things. I thought I'll do some testing before I kind of get ready to bolt it all back together, and yeah, 1 out of 4 things actually worked. So inside one of these I didn't have a good ground where I glued in that fitting earlier. The other one just kind of fluked it, so I kind of soldered some blobs onto things just so they kind of connect. It's not the greatest, but it seems to be alright. I'll know what the problem is if it doesn't work. And these little number plate bulbs, I'd managed to, when I was fitting them earlier, twist them and break the wires, and yeah, I had smoke and stuff. So they're all working again now off the car, and yeah, so I'm just waiting for that number plate bracket to dry, and then I'll bolt it all up and wire it all in. I wonder if I should put plugs on it. Don't know. Oh, I've got to get it through the holes in there. Yeah, nah. I might put spade terminals on all of that stuff, so it can be unplugged and pulled through the hole in the bracket. Yeah? Okay. Righty, so I'm going to bolt this thing on now. Might be a bit broached. Okay, so bolted on there. It's a little closer there than it is on there. Only not by much, maybe about a 1/8 of an inch. It could be that. Oh, fixed. Never mind, sorted. Yeah, it's something I didn't actually really check, was how square my folds were. I just kind of like bent them, welded them on, and hoped for the best. And here we are. But that's essentially what it's going to look like, but with a number plate on there. Now what I've got to do is wire it, so I've got to join my 2 little grounds together for my plate light, and then attach them somewhere. I was thinking maybe of just putting an eyelet on there and actually attaching them onto that, and then that's that done. And then I have to solder these 2 together, and then run 1 power wire for each. I left a little hole down in there to run a wire, so that it'll go down and then up through another little hole that comes out behind the actuator sort of thing, so they'll just loop back through and up and under. Like I said, I'll probably terminate those with just spade terminals, so if I have to pull this off, I can just unplug those and Bob's your auntie, and yeah, bring them back out, if you know what I mean. They should be alright, I think. What else do I need to do? So I need to get my soldering iron plugged in, heating up and over here, and then grab some wire for a power feed for these to bring up to one of those. I can't remember which is which now. Oh, that's back up, so that black one there must just be my running light, so that'll just be my number plate light. Sweet, so I'll go and get my soldering iron, get that warming up and get this little job dialed. Little job's taking me all day. Solder this as well. These wires are so fine. Which one do I want? Alright, test time. Pointed in the right direction. We've already connected the battery, so start with some running lights. Yes! Reverse lights. Yes! Backup lights. Sweet! Works. Okay, so that's that little project done. So, you know, again, custom things take a custom amount of time. It's now 20 to 5. I've been out here since probably 8:30, 9 o'clock just to get that. It's still going. I don't know what was going on then with the camera. I think it's recording. But yeah, anyway, I've been out here since 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's now 20 to 5. And all I've managed to do is attach 4 little lights to a bracket, essentially. But you know, wiring, painting, welding, grinding, hammering, fixing things, breaking things again, fixing them again, and then putting it all on while the paint's still really soft, so having to be real careful. But yeah, it's that side there's still a touch closer, but I'm not really going to worry about it. It could be my bracket, could be the original custom bracket, could be that's a bit, could be that roll pan, that bit. Highly likely that's not straight. Could be the little bits I welded on today, been a little bit out. Don't know, don't really care. It's close enough for my liking. It's probably, if you put a ruler on it, it would probably be, I don't know, maybe a couple of millimeters out on that side, you know, more further away on that side to that side. Plus one of the number plate lights is drilled a little bit off, you know, but we try, had to try and get it done. But yeah, another little job ticked off, but like I say, little, God, it turned into a bit of a marathon, that thing. But I don't know what we're going to do next. I want to do, I was digging through all that stuff the other day, and so I've got to kind of get back in here. There's a few things I've got to do, the PCV, booster, vacuum. I've got to loom up that wiring that's down the back of the engine, and some other stuff, and all the Holly stuff. We've got to do all that as well, so, and all the air ride stuff. So the wiring is maybe about halfway, maybe a little bit more. But anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this video. As always, thanks heaps for watching. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment. Let us know what you think of those little bullet they're actually turn signals, but I'm going to use them for backup lights. Like I said, I want to do a surround around the number plate. It's going to bring a little bit of chrome up into that area. Just finding, all I can find is like cheap plastic ones, or stainless ones that are the wrong size. So I may end up designing something and get my friend who has a CNC router, get her to route out my design. Maybe put a little bit of extra pizzazz in it, and yeah. But anyway, I'll not just now. I've got a headache. So anyway, till next time, take it easy and peace.